Hello and welcome to the inaugural AGLA playoff day one right here on twitch.tv/thenobletv. We'll be here both tonight and tomorrow, possibly next weekend as we figure out how things are going on this end. But welcome everybody in. It's going to be a good night of swinging hammers, catching balls, ziplining all around. I am here tonight with A Spence himself. Spencer, you ready for some Grifball action tonight?
Oh, Noble, you know I'm absolutely ready. I am so excited that we were able to actually get Grifball made in Halo Infinite. For the first time, we had almost 3 years now of absolutely nothing because 343 shit the bed. But thankfully, one of our very own community members, Digital Pain, was able to whiz through the choppy coding of Halo Infinite to be able to bring us something completely scripted. All right, I'm talking completely scripted, custom. No sandbox. Custom-made Grifball that we're going to be able to watch in a high degree of competitiveness today.
Yeah, and some know, some don't. There's been a long road with many bumps and challenges that have gotten us to tonight. I'm honestly a little surprised we got through a whole season without the whole thing, not breaking. But we are here tonight. Even getting this tournament set up or these playoffs set up here has been a lot. Unfortunately, DJ's had a couple things going on. So DJ was supposed to be here tonight, but couldn't make it on in. But he'll be doing all right. And hopefully he'll be joining us again here this next weekend, coming up a week from today. But no, it's going to be a good night. Like I said, we got Spence here and I'm here. So that's what matters. And we're going to play some Grifball and have a great time doing it.
That is absolutely right. Ooh, now, this is one of the matchups that is easily the most, I wasn't going to say the contested, but the most sought-after matchup of the playoffs. The one that everyone is watching, the one that everyone wants to know who's moving forward. Because there's a lot of contention against Death's team, primarily around Lux, because everyone seems to call it Lux's team as opposed to Death's team, and Skullin's team, who, in the beginning of the season, was kind of a mishmash, a bit shitty, to say the least, but has really mustered up the strength to become one of the, if not top teams here in playoffs.
Oh, when you got Rain and Men's on the team, some days are good, some days are bad, and you don't really know, till you're throwing that ball around anyways. So, no, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, I've been out of the loop this season. I haven't watched a whole lot of Halo Infinite Grifball, I'll be honest, guys. But, I mean, with Deathcrawler, Lux, Sev, that right there is already an all-star roster. I haven't seen a whole lot of TJP unless that's a name change I don't know of, because that happens a lot.
That is a brand new player.
Okay.
Brand new player,
Nice. Awesome.
Joined through the Mint Blitz community, has barely played Grifball, and he's already rocking easily top, let me take a look actually. Is it top 10 or top 15 player? He's easily top 15 player, rocking in with an A- grade, which is pretty insane since this is his first time playing Grifball. Being able to actually
better than me already.
Yes, 100%. But come on, that can change if you actually start playing. But it looks like both teams are ready to go, so we are about to start this boy up.
Love to hear it. Let's get going, ladies and gentlemen. Game number one, the Crawler Death Squad versus Men's Grossly Large Backpack. Two teams ready to go, ready to swing those hammers. We're going to have a great match as we load in here. Everybody get your drinks, get your snacks, settle in, because we've got a great night of Grifball coming up right now.
Now, right when we jump in, hopefully we're not going to have anyone crashing to desktop or not even connecting, which is actually a pretty common issue right now, especially with most of these teams. If that does happen, we're going to have to put a pause to everyone being able to, watch some gameplay, and we're going to have to take us back out the lobby and reboot back up. Otherwise, it's going to mess up a bit of the stat flow. It's going to mess up the game flow for everyone, and it is quite a nightmare. I was about to curse, but I don't know if that's okay with you if I can curse on the stream.
Curse away. That's up to the community more than anything.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be here with DJ tonight. I don't know if you've ever listened to DJ ever, but all day long. Nice
DJ
little grab off the go here. Yeah.
Sorry, just positioning the camera here is a bit of a nightmare. All right, so
observer mode in Halo Infinite, ladies and gentlemen. Not rocket science, but they tried to make it as close as possible.
Oh, dude, my sensitivity is a little messy right now. I'll keep whipping it back and forth. But we already see Deathcrawler's team just jamming it in on Skullin's team, pushing it all the way into the right corner. But looks like they were not able to maintain the pressure, already getting pushed back by the big Jush and Men's wrapping in from the left side, taking out everybody as Lux is pushing in on the left, looking for that grapple that grapple will respawn so they could possibly set up a launch.
Can we talk about how neat that is that we've got the grapples coming down in those weapon drops? That's one of my favorite changes coming in. It looks so pretty. I mean, it matters not for the mechanics, but baby, does it get me hype and ready to go. Lux coming in with a beautiful hammer, starting to break that line. Let's see if we can move up here, and let's see who pops that first goal.
Unfortunately, the names are not properly showing up here, but we can already see that Joshi grabbed the grapple. He's already trying to apply the pressure, couldn't get the spawn camp in. Everyone just lost their momentum as we reset back to the center. Thankfully, I didn't get to see who has the ball, but thankfully this guy is going for the aggressive punches, which makes the biggest difference when it comes to playing Grifball. Like if you do not have that tank pushing it in, then you are not, sorry, that runner pushing it in, then you are in trouble with a 3v4, and that is something you do not want.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me 1 second. I'm actually going to be turning off ads for us tonight because no one wants to watch ads. We want to watch Grifball.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I had to turn on streamer mode for Discord because I forgot I didn't have that on. And
so, theoretically, we shouldn't have ads tonight. As long as Twitch and Microsoft and everybody gets along, we should just be here for solid Grifball action.
All right, now there's that heavy pass back to the left corner as Skullin's team was just jamming Lux right into the corner. Skullin's already locking down the spawn. They're getting jammed into their left corner just again. Goodness gracious. Now, Skullin's team, especially with Joshi as the lead tank, they are a monstrous powerhouse right now. Joshi, easily the top tank, literally a top 3 player that can single-handedly 1v3 an entire team.
Everybody loves seeing some 1v3s. I mean, that's where the action really comes in when one player throws the team on their back, goes kill for kill for kill, and is able to get that runner to take it home. We see Lux passing off that ball, getting that instant hammer there on Menzie, and then 2 on Skullin. Can he make it 3 here? He's walking the line. He runs in. Isn't quite able to connect.
All right, looks like Lux made a big mistake having Josh apply that pressure. There's the pass back. Unfortunately, Lux is about to get that pickup, but if Menz, unfortunately wasn't able to switch fast enough. There's that repossession back to Sev. You know, Lux is easily one of the top users of equipment in this. And I'm surprised they're not letting Lux grab that grapple. Even though they're getting jammed in the corner, they already lost possession of the grapple and bringing it back into Lux's hands, which are going to hopefully give it back to Sev. Now, Lux is also a really good runner here. And it seems like Sev's not going to be able to do much. So they're definitely going to have Lux do the majority of the running, at least for this first match. Unless... Lux starts failing in the tank.
We see that pass back right there. Lux going up and getting a hammer, letting Sev take that ball back. I mean, I know Sev is formidable with that ball, able to get the melees when need be and knows when to push, when to stay back. And we're seeing it here as we watch him wrap around death, just trying to pull players that way, move the enemy team where he wants them. And I mean, that really is a good sign of a good runner right there, is how well can you wrap the enemy team where you want them for your team to get those kills to let you move forward.
Now, we just saw Lux grab the grapple. If Lux is able to survive here, they could potentially set up for a launch and secure their first goal. If not, he's going right for the pass play. Oh, is that going to even be contested? Menz didn't switch the sword. That's easily in. Menz made the big mistake right there. He should have swapped the sword right away and started pressing back right away when he saw that grapple play. But he waited way too long.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen, it's as quick as that. A throw down the field. We set it in. Lux being able to just... right there on the platform, and that is 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Our game is going. Crawler Death Squad up 1-0.
Ooh. Oh, man. Now, the tip-off is one of the scariest things in this game. If you mess up, if you get a team wipe, you're done. That's a free score. If you mess up, which is really easy to mess up, you just get punished. Punished completely. You were never able to get that possession. You're always just jammed into your side. Thankfully, we didn't see that just yet, but I know for a fact that this playoffs, we're going to see that happen.
Here we are here right on that line, still moving up that wall, being able to just kind of push it through, but Ram being able to get behind there, making them sit back a little bit, making them take their time. They're getting a little ballsy, if you will, moving up that left side, and now they're being a little bit more conservative, sitting back, waiting for their time because you don't want to lose that ball right now.
Oh my God. Did you see that? Sev tried to go for the pass, but it got body blocked by Skull. That's one of the best things in this game that you'd barely see in any of the passing Halos. Maybe Halo 5, but I didn't play it. The physics of the ball. The fact that you can literally body block it and have it just bounce across the map is incredible. That actually applies to a lot of movement tech in this game, which hopefully we'll see more people doing. And speaking of messing the tip-off off, there it is. If he just holds it forward, he could have ran it in.
Don't want to take that chance every time, though, and we got that ball back in possession, a Crawler death, and here we are being able to just run it right back again. We might see another little sword play, cheeky little sword play happen if we don't see those tanks get back up in front and get a couple kills here quick. Oh, and they're able to get one, but not the other.
Oh, goodness. Now, spawns in this game are very brutal. They're unlike any other Halo. You can have 3 people spawn right on top of each other, just like we saw happen there, which is nutty, especially when you're trying to do gold line plays or trying to even play defensively, because you just end up betraying everyone. And speaking of betraying everyone, the fact that we're seeing Skull and Steam just slam them right in, we might actually start seeing that.
Here we are, beautiful melee there. Beautiful melee there, right there in the corner. Lux dropping that ball back to Seb. Looks like Lux running up, trying to get that first kill, and he does. Moving it up along that right side. Equipment is up and grabbed over there on Men's team's side.
Yeah, we see Skull and... Oh, there's the pass play right there to TJ. Goodness gracious, he already took it up the right side, or their left side, and was able to take out Ram and lock it in. Unfortunately, you could tell right there, just from the positioning of all 3 players on Skull and Steam on the left side, that they were not paying attention to someone wrapping around. They didn't even react. They just played left side like it was nothing.
Absolutely, and off the tip-off here, Crawler Death Squad able to get that ball off once again. I think they've had all but one here off the tip, and they're able to get that quick melee as well. Beautiful melees that we've seen here from Lux all game long. Able to stop that sword as well as we're moving on the right side. Another one bites the dust. Here we are, beautiful play up here. Ooh, get a little up there, Lux. Being able to move back, keep his life, and here we go for another push. Tanks all the way back up for Crawler Death Squad.
Yeah, that was my bad right there. I got a little too enthused with the gameplay and completely forgot it. Speaking of enthused with the gameplay, there's Lux getting the free punch on Josh and just walking it right in. Goodness gracious. Now, that was very good time with the tanking. The punch plus Sev getting the kill in the center, perfectly timed. They had no possibility to be able to defend that.
Absolutely, and that's what I mean right there with the runner. A good runner knows when you have that opportunity. I just got to get this one punch, and I'll be home scot-free. And an experienced runner like Lux there, being able to find his alley, walk it right home, and make this, a 2-1 game.
It is, it is ridiculous.
Game. 3-1 game.
Oh, goodness gracious! It is insane how dominant runners are in this game. They are monsters. If you have a player who understands the timing, the reload timing, the shield recharge timing, they're able to just solo an entire team. It is insane.
Here we are on the left side. I'm seeing that Crawler Death Squad's really favoring walking it up the wall. We've only seen 1 or 2 pushes where they've decided to go up the middle, just really hugging that wall tight, letting their tanks do the work, rubbing them up that wall there, and then being able to just take that one stretch home that they need to score that goal.
Now, we saw Skull pick up the grapple there. If he gets this kill, he might do a grapple play. There's the grapple play. Going in for the sword kill. He missed the punch. There's the pickup. Now, if he's going to have to throw this back. He should have thrown it back. Instead of going for that punch, he should have thrown it back. Because every team, will double up with the swords. Because they know that the first punch is always free, but the second's a free kill.
Here we are, ball once again on the side, taking that hit back and needing to retreat back into the corner. And look, I've been the runner in the corner. That's a dangerous place to be for that reason right there. You're just gonna get pushed back. You're just gonna get that sword to you, and it's not a fun place to be. But here we are. That's 4 dead on Menzi's grossly large backpack. Menzi needs to put him right in their backpack and just start moving that ball forward, because right now it's all Crawler Death Squad all the way.
What an incredible double kill from Menz. Goodness gracious, he was able to get the pop-up on the runner. He was able to secure the double on both of them. Menz, this entire season, he used to be shit in the beginning, okay, let me tell you. But as this season went on, as these 8 weeks went through, he has been drastically improving. He's gotten to the point where he's able to do the sword stop mechanic real well with the hammer, as well as be able to know exactly when to time to get that pop-up like we saw just there. And speaking of getting popped up, it looks like their whole team just got popped up right there in the corner. And if Josh and Ram can't stop this, that's going to be a free goal.
Oh,
that's what I was talking about.
Off each other there. I mean, this was
the spawns,
2 or 3 melees before that spawn came up, and That was barely not a goal, but we see that ball automatically get thrown back. Great play there by Crawler Death Squad, being able to get that ball back, move it in for another push.
And there it is. The grapple play. Lux. He is hands down one of the best players this entire season at utilizing the equipment. And like we saw right there, he was able to cheese his way through, finally thread his way through two guys spawning in, dodging the hits to be able to land right there on the goal and secure that tank in.
And let me tell you how refreshing that is, watching some Halo Infinite Grifball. I mean, it's a brand new style of game because you have those aspects. You have the grapple. You have the repulsor. You have to learn a different way to play, or you're going to be left in the dust while these guys are grappling all over the place. So I love seeing it. Great utilization there, being able to use the toys to your advantage.
That's exactly right. And it stays in line with the Halo ethos of having some type of power weapon that always comes up at a certain time that changes the dynamic and flow of a match.
Absolutely. Another little stressful play here in the corner. Jushy being able to get behind and bounces right off. He says, no, no, no. You go down and I take that ball away. We're going to keep running it. I want to end this game right here, right now.
And speaking of ending this game right now, that run through, oof. If he had pressed it and both of them had hammers, he would have been able to make it because one of them would have betrayed. But that was good decision making on his part, knowing just when to turn back.
Josh picking up that ball, throwing it back to Skull in here. Still back, and Joshy's doing his best, but isn't able to take all three of them at once.
And we see Ram
is
trying
in the back.
He was trying to set up that pass play, but he choked. Instead of going right for the goal and trying to make them peel off, he peeled himself off and went back for them and ended up getting killed.
That looks like a noble play right there. That's what we call that. That's just bad noble plays right there. And we see that ball walking in. What away and doesn't get it.
Oh, now that would have been quite the noble play right there, being able to get that goal, just pressing it through. But he missed the punch. He got choked up from the jump slice that Lux does. That's one of his signature moves.
Let's be honest. That's what I would have done there for sure. Getting the ball to the plate, but not being able to get it in. Josh has got the ball right there. 2 kills away from getting it in. They get 1. Josh got his shields knocked down. Menzie almost able to grab that ball, but goes down as well. And once again, it's Crawler Death Squad's ball.
You could tell right there that men started panicking. He did the free swing on nobody, dropped Josh's shields, did the second swing again, spam clicking, and took Josh out. They lost all their ground from that. These teams, especially Skullus, needs to get their act together. If they start panicking like they are right now, they're going to lose this first game right here, and they're going to lose the second game.
And there it is, 5-1. You saw it here, everybody. The Crawler Death Squad going up 1-0 in the series over Menz's grossly large backpack. But, you know, Spence, I don't think the backpack was large enough that game. What do you think?
I don't think so either. Now, let me tell you, unfortunately, Menz is joining this game with a bit of an illness. He has food poisoning. So that's definitely hampering his ability to be able to play the game. I would like that to actually be a backpack rather than a barf bag.
I mean, I guess that's a good reason. I don't know. I'll let the viewers at home decide whether or not that's a good reason not be able to play Grifball. I mean, I love Menzie, but come on. You got it. Just play through the pain.
And speaking of pain, we're going to be doing a little breakdown of the stats right now, being able to see where these goals went and how everyone looked. As we can see, for Lux's team, 2 goals went to Lux, 2 goals to Sev, and 1 goal to TJP, with the other goal going to Skullin's team with Ram. Now, let me know those kills. Tell me about them.
What if I legitimately don't want to tell you about it? Are you just gonna force me? Looking at it here, Lux or Lux number 1 on his team, going 48 and 29. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a 19.0 KDA. You'll love to see it right there. We got Deathcrawler TJP number 2 with 42 and 53. I mean, 42 kills, being right there under Lux. That's a hell of a game. Coming in at number 3 on the team is Deathcrawler with 30 kills and 42 deaths. And Sev running that ball a lot that game, coming in at 22 and 31. Moving back over to the other side, Menzie had a decent game, 35 and 52. I mean, if he was thrown up over his keyboard, I'm going to give him that was a pretty good game. Skullin coming in as well, right there at 36 and 51. Josh at 41 and 33, and Ram at 18 and 38.
Ooh, looking at these killing sprees, goodness gracious. Now we can ignore the self-destructions because that doesn't really mean anything, and we could ignore the betrayals because those aren't properly tracked. But taking a look at these killing sprees, Lux locking in with 5 killing sprees, Seb with 4, TJP with 4, Deathcrawler with 3. Like, you can already tell there was a pretty even spread of how long people were staying alive. And look at
Oh, absolutely.
look.
I think.
No, you hit
Go
me with
ahead.
that. No, hit me with that.
No, I was just gonna say, I think overall that game was a lot more even than the scoreboard, really portrayed. I mean, as far as kills going back and forth, people were dying on both ends, and a little bit that's Grifball, sure, but a little bit. I mean, they both played a great game. We saw two or three throw goals in there, which that right there is just so big momentum when you have that ball thrown over your head, put in. It's hard to want to bounce back from that.
You're absolutely right. And speaking of bouncing back, I'm really hoping Ram will be able to, because he's sitting here with 2 killing sprees from that match. Josh with 8, the monster just living for as long as possible. Scullin with 4 killing sprees and Men's with 5. And even if he's ill, he's still sticking it up there on that life, just like Lux.
Got to keep it up there, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be playing. We're playing Griff. You can't fall behind.
And falling behind, we won't with schedule, so we're about to jump right into game 2. Looks like both teams are ready, so we're going to start that boy up.
Ooh, let's start it up, everybody. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good game, I think. Coming in round 2 here, or game 2, excuse me. I mean, I'd like to think that Menzies' grossly large backpack is fired up after that, right? They just got smacked just a little bit, and they're coming back ready to go. We're moving into game number 2 of the series, and I'd love to see him come back, pop that game. I love game 3s. I'm a sucker for it. Spence, what do you think? Do you think we're going to game 3?
Oh my god, I hope so. I'm really hoping that this match was just the warm-up match for them, because I can tell you their whole team was not on warming up. Deathcrawler's team, however, was for the last hour. They've all been on practicing in a lobby, practicing their launches, practicing their hammers, getting everything warmed up. So I'm hoping that we're going to be seeing a game 3. Really,
absolutely. I played a fair amount of tournaments, shooty, Grifball, whatever, and no matter which side you're on, having that warm-up time is good. Not necessarily even for the hands, but for the brain, ladies and gentlemen. That brain time, you come from work, you come from real-life stuff, and you need a minute to adjust. Gonna be Jushy getting that ball and throwing it all the way back, get it to his spawn. Hell of a play there off the rip, and it is Men's grossly large backpack's ball.
Ooh, and speaking of Men's, here he goes, getting that single kill on Lux. Ooh, wasn't able to get the double on Sev. Sev just locked down that double. Looks like the boys on Scullin's team just lost all the ground with 2 swords pressing Scullin. Can he get the double punch? No, he gets the throwback with Ram, hopefully picking that up, but here comes Sev just beaming his way in. If Josh messes up this sword, there we go. I'm all over the place. Just watching these swords go is zipping my brain. Sheesh.
And we got that ball thrown all the way back over to Crawler Death's side. Excuse me, got that all the way back to Crawler Death's side. Lux with the ball. Looks like he's might be holding it here, not throwing it back over to Sev like we saw last game. Let's see what happens here.
Lux getting that free punch. Ooh, unfortunately not able to get the trade. Was able to get the thing off. There's the pass back to the right side. Sev rushing in. Men's swapping the sword. Might be able to lock it in if Sev can get the punch. Missed the sword. There's a throwback to Lux. Just trying to hold position, which is unfortunate. Just should really be pressing instead of holding. And speaking of pressing, I'm not too sure what's going on the left side. Just a little dance going on, but looks like they just lost all their ground. Just out of position completely. This is something that Just does a lot. He will go and sit on their side of the court trying to lock it in while the other team just wraps away.
Now, that almost paid off, and maybe that's my brain looking at it because that's the kind of play I'd love to make. I like to play sneaky, right? But it almost paid off for him. 2 more steps forward, and he might have even had that sword play there, taking that ball back for his team. So probably not the best play on paper, but it could have paid off for him there. And, those are the plays that feel the best.
They are the plays that feel the best. And feeling the best is not what Lux is doing. He got zopped in. Oh, and stopped in from the big Josh right there. The quick spawn in and sword that is just nuts in this game.
Yeah,
the spawns are
Deathcrawler picked
nuts.
up that ball. Deathcrawler picked up that ball. He thought he was going to step it home. He had 3 steps to go. His eyes got wide, but then was stopped by Josh 1 foot from the plate and drops that ball. And Looks like they're going to hold on to it, though. Still Deathcrawler team's ball as they're moving it up that right side.
And speaking of eyes wide open, TJP zipping through with the grapple, getting that ball back was something, something he was just not ready for. I forget who had the ball there, but he was just not prepared.
I mean, how could you be prepared for that? I mean, think about that. It's coming at you at 3 or 4 miles an hour, but he's huge. He's 8 feet tall. He's got a hammer. I mean, you want to get out of the way of that. Come on.
What a clean double kill Lux had there with the quick reload plays. Ram trying to use the grapple to get the double kill with TJP splattered on the Deathcrawler, but missed it completely. Oh, look at this little dance off. Everyone's just trying. Everyone's just trying to find a way to be able to push the ground, but nothing's happening. And one of the crazy things in this game is the fact that grapple has an audio cue. So you can hear it from across the map that someone's grappling in. And that is a clear indicator of who's good and who isn't, is if they're actually listening to these cues.
I love that right there. It's like Jaws is coming to get you instead of dun-dun-dun-dun. You hear, and you're like, oh, where's he coming from? And then boom, sword in the back of your head. That right there, you know, that's got to get the nerves going, which is always fun when you're playing for some championship money right there.
That's exactly right. And TJP tried to go for the grapple play yet again for that pass on the plate. And I don't know if you caught it, but when Red team, Skullin's team, was able to get possession just a little bit ago, it was because Josh used the repulsor tech to splatter the runner on the wall, which is something specific just to this, where if you just repulse them normally into the wall, well, it doesn't do anything. But if you lunge them, then it counts as they're being damaged. So when you repulse them right into the wall, it kills them. And speaking of repulse, other equipment being used is the grapple right through the center. Sev got that grapple, bringing it back. We might actually see a setup for a launch here. I really hope so. But
now remind me, I believe when you repulse against the wall, that would be a pancake, right? So
yes.
I mean, we got pancakes, we got grapples. Seems like the most wild breakfast you've ever had. But we're right here playing Grifball once again. It's gonna be a great rest of the day. Ball moving up into the corner and gets stopped. Skullin is gonna be there to pick it up.
The fantastic body block. Now, hopefully he's paying attention to Lux wrapping in from behind. Oh, but Lux clearly wasn't paying attention. Men being able to safely get Skullin there. Skullin might not have needed to do that pass back, but they just lost a lot of ground with that pass back, especially no one picking it up. What's going on here?
They're leaving it back. It looks like they're waiting for that Skullin spawn. They knew that they were going to hold that line good enough. They weren't worried about it, nor should they, but then they threw that ball right through to Lux.
And walked right into the double kill. It's almost like he's paying a penance right now, letting himself get punished. The full betrayal's going in and the walkthrough. I don't know what we just saw there.
I'm honestly at a loss for words. It was almost like Skullin's team just gave him that. Literally threw the ball to him and then didn't even really try to stop him when he walked it right through him. He got that one melee punch and then he was home scot-free. And we have a 1-0 game.
Goodness gracious. Let's see how this tip-off goes. Unfortunately, Men's forgot to get the pickup, but there's the double. Looking like it's clean triple. Oh, unfortunate for Josh to get that betrayal, and they just lost the tip-off. It looked like they were about to get that.
Now, let me ask you, you have a little bit more expertise, obviously, than I do. I mean, was the play there for Men's to keep? I mean, he got a triple kill there. I mean, that is a good play, but would have been better for him to take that extra second, pick up that ball, throw it behind him, maybe go down, but at least that ball's back over on their side, and Lux standing on the plate is able to go up 2-0.
It definitely would have been a smart idea for him to have picked up the ball and thrown it back. And that's clearly what Lux's team just did right there. Throwing it back right to their side and locking in the goal. Now, hopefully we won't see a repeat
play there
this time.
Here we are. Men's ignoring the ball once again, runs right by it. Both of them, all three of them. Now, Ram looks like he might be going for it. Ram's got the ball, but Menzie goes down. It's Ram and 4 members of Crawler Death Squad. They all go down, and it looks like Lux is going to be first to the ball. This could be a 3-0 game here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, my mouse is going nuts right now, messing up the camera. This easily, at least the way the flow's going right now, with how dominant Deathcrawler's team is, we really are looking at a 3-0 in the next 5 minutes. Ooh, I can't believe
unless they can turn something around here. Skullin with the ball, moving it up. He's dancing with Lux. He's dancing back and forth, trying to pull him back, but looks like Menzie went down, so it's just going to be him running away from 2 more members of Deathcrawler's squad. It feels like there's 6 of them out here, because there's always 2 on that runner, 2 on each one of their other guys.
That's exactly right. Now, it looked like Skullin's team was trying to go for some pass plays. And honestly, at this point, since they're getting tanked in pretty heavily, it really is the only move. It truly is the only option they have left.
I mean, absolutely. When you can't go high, go low, right? That's what they say. If you're working on one strat and it's just not working, try another strat, mix it up, throw that ball over their head. I'm even been told there's a little bit of a grapple launch you can do that I'm excited to see if we see that even maybe at this game. Maybe that right there is what turns it around for Skolan's team, but it looks like they're gonna get the ball on the plate. One more melee goes down on the plate.
Goodness.
I don't know who that was that popped it in. It was either Menz or Ram, but it's gonna be a 2-1 game. That might have been the momentum swing we needed.
I hope so. That was Ram that was able to get the quick pickup to be able to lock that in. I don't know if you saw it quickly there. When Jushy grappled around, he went for the lunge. Lux understood that Lux gambled that Jushy was holding pickup, so he threw the ball at him, and he picked it up and was able to survive and stop him. But unfortunately, Deathcrawler's team wasn't in position enough to be able to stop Ram from walking in and taking it in.
I mean, at that point, it's a game of numbers. When you have 2-3 more guys right there on the plate with the ball's bound to go in. I mean, it's something that it's unavoidable.
You're absolutely right. And unavoidable, just like that spawn camp that they just felt and was dealt. One of the things that you really want to do here, when you're getting spawn camped, since the ball doesn't reset, your best option is just throw it, beam it across the court, because that saves you so much time. And the amount of travel time it takes for people to take it from their side to the other side is more than enough for you to be able to regain ground from respawning twice.
Absolutely. Seeing Jushy coming from behind, that's what I mean when it pays off, is able to get 2, and then that third punch there from Skolan. Beautiful play there, honestly, by Skolan's team.
And speaking of play, we have someone wrapping around from the left side. He's going to start hopefully sneaking in. Oh, no, Ram. What Ram should have done there was just sneak around rather than showing his presence to Lux. But thankfully, he's back on respawn, being able to get this pressure out of their corner. But unfortunately, looks like they're applying pressure to themselves. That pass back to the right side, Lux is being able to tank his way through. The triple kill, they did a pass back to their opposite corner. Hopefully, Menz can pick that up for the first time and maintain possession until they can safely get themselves out of this trap.
Skolan's team thankfully able to get a couple of deaths there. I mean, if they weren't able to get a couple slays, that might have been a different story. We might have been seeing a 3-1 game here, but they're able to get a couple slays, get possession of that ball again, be able to steadily do it. But we see TJP sneak it up on the back. I don't know if he knows he's there. It doesn't matter. He goes down anyways, but Menzi's there and isn't quite able to connect.
Goodness. It looked like Lux had the repulsor. He repulsed Skolan right into the wall, and they lost possession. Menz was out of position. Out of range to be able to get the clean kill on Lux, and he was just able to tank his way back through. Ooh, it is quite unfortunate to see. There's the grapple pickup. Ooh, going in for the pass yet again with TJP. If he can lock that, if he can get the double, that's in. There's the double. Didn't do the triple. I don't even know what he was doing. Didn't do the swing, but he could have done that, especially if he had just gone and picked it up rather than going for the triple kill. That would have been another goal. But these guys look like they're getting a little too cocky.
Yeah, I mean, that was something where why not just hit the button? Grab it, put it in. You don't need that extra kill. You don't need to pad your stats that bad. I mean, let's look at the score here. Put that ball in, move on to the next round, be happy with it.
Speaking of padding the stats, he's sitting at a 27 and 37. So honestly, I can see why you want to pad his stats. He's in the negative right now, running in the red.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe this is me personally, but would you rather pad your stats or win the game? I have seen people do plays like that and then ends up going the other way, and boy, would they have wished they had that point in. We see a beautiful play down there in the corner. It looks like it's gonna... Yeah, there it is, Deathcrawler's ball. They're gonna start moving it in. They're 2 kills away, but here we are. We see the spawn back up from Skolan's team. They're moving that ball back. What they got out of that was possession. Let's see what they do with it.
Oh, goodness gracious. It's looking like Deathcrawler... If Lux dies on the left side, they lost all their positioning. Yep. If Lux had gotten that kill on Jush, the runner would have been able to wrap it around to the left side and potentially get that goal, because everyone would have been spawning on the opposite side of where the runner was. And speaking of pressure, looks like we got possession back on Skolan's team, pressing it forward. Ooh, I hope he doesn't go for the punch, because he will lose it. Looks like Jush not able to lock into positioning. Rams traded out. There's the punch. But the spawn's back in, and there goes all their pressure. Hopefully, we can see them actually press it back up, because I don't like seeing a one-sided match. I love seeing even matches, but this is getting a little rough.
Well, maybe they... I've said it a couple of times. Maybe they can get the momentum back in their favor here. Punches like that'll do it. Beautiful punch there by Skolin, being able to get one, and Lux is able to take down Joshi, though, which is just going to take that momentum right back and say, no, 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 that's mine. We're going to keep pressing you in. We're going to get this third goal. You don't get a little bit of ground when you're on my court.
Ooh, that was a scary one. There's the pass play, but unfortunately missed. Just stepped back a little too much. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or what, but unfortunately, what could have been a goal is all gone, and looks like if they can't keep the pressure up, we're going to see them lopsided back on their spawn.
I mean, Menz's grossly large backpack has had a few plays this game where they were one step off from putting it in, and they just didn't connect. They were 1 second off, and they took that extra swing. They waited one more second than they had to pick up that ball. They would have been able to get that goal, but they waited, and here we are, still a 2-1 game. Let's see who makes some ground next.
And speaking of ground, Josh is just locking it in. Unfortunately, got traded out, but was just locking in that that forward pressure in the center. You're already seeing the bunch up with Death and Lux on the left side there, or their left side. Men's pressing up through the center. Josh just kind of AFK near the repulsor. Oh, got the kill. But there was the short launch up the left side. They got, Skollin's team got possession back, but Lux trying to really apply that pressure there and spawn, getting the trade out on Josh. And the boys in red are back in play. Thank goodness, because I really do not want to see them get blitzed here.
So the boys are back. They're looking for glory. That's what you would say. I'm not going to sing it because, copyright, but the boys are back. They're looking for glory. And yes, my singing is good enough to get us copyrighted, so not even going to try.
Well, you just got to mess up the lyrics and then say, okay.
The boys are here and they're looking for glory.
The boys are here. Looking for glory.
Boom, no copyright.
Easy, dude. At least we're not going to get your Twitch page taken down, so it's all good. Grapples back up. There's the trade. There's the punch. Be able to walk it in. Thank goodness. A lot of the times, people will choke on the punches right there on goal line. A lot of the time.
Well, I mean, your hands are sweating, you're moving around a lot, but that right there is what we needed to see. That, and I know I've said it, I think is going to be the momentum swing that Skollin's team needed. That was a gorgeous play, being able to get 1-2 melees, stick it in the goal. Here we are, it's a 2-2 game, and we're having a good time.
And speaking of sticking it in the goal, if Luck just held forward the whole time instead of turning around to look for the punch, he would have stuck it right in, and it would have been a 3-2. Oof. You know what? You're absolutely right about that momentum change. It's already getting in Lux's head.
I love Lux to death, but he is one of those players that, I mean, you can get in Lux's head, absolutely. You can throw that extra melee. You can take that little teabag, and he'll start playing a little half tilt, and that's something that might be the downfall for their team here.
Ooh, and downfall it might. It looks like they are. Thankfully, Skollin's team able to maintain possession of the ball there and maintain that forward pressure. If Lux was able to do, and speaking of Lux getting that double kill, they're losing. They're just losing all their pressure here. I think Skolin has the ball. If he loses the ball here, I think, never mind. I was gonna say, if you lost the ball on their side, I'm thinking that Lux's team might start actually pulling out the launch tech. But thankfully, Skollin's team still back in possession, but getting pressed hard with these swords, getting pushed into the corner, trying to do these wraparound plays, which, if they can maintain the positioning just like that with these wraparound plays, able to get these scores. And that's where I'm telling you right now, Skollin, easily one of the top runners right now, top 4 runners in the season. He understands the distance of watching his radar, knowing when someone's in range to launch and when they're not. Just being able to play the
He absolutely knew there. He had that one melee. He needed that one melee, and he had enough room to get it home, and you saw it. His eyes got big, but not in a way that was going to affect him. As he got that melee, he ran it home, and here we are, 3-2 game. Menz's grossly large backpack might be Skollin's grossly large backpack by the end of this.
Ooh, I hope so. I'm honestly surprised they didn't call it Joshi's large backpack, because Josh was just a monster all season, already looking at 40 matches played this season because he was subbing for everybody. Top 3 players.
That's crazy. I mean,
literally
experience too. I mean, yeah, the more games you play, obviously, the more things you're going to pick up, especially as the first season in a new game. I mean, there's no way that there's not an advantage there.
You're absolutely right. Ooh, that throw looked a little strange on my screen. I thought it was going to be thrown short right there to center court, but it beamed the cross court. Ooh, these camera angles are getting me a little tricked up.
Yeah, no, you might. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if anybody would complain if you brought it down a little bit, right? Got a little up close and personal. Get to see, the back of their head, because that's my favorite place. Here we are, ball in the corner, thrown back. No, and he can't take it home from there. There's too many players over there on Skolin's team to get through. Great play there, thrown it back, and the ball is still in the hands of Deathcrawler.
And there was that beam pass was trying to go to Sev, but Sev didn't get the pickup. Unfortunately, Skolin locked down the double kill on both of them, but there's a spawn up. Ooh, zopped right there, but it doesn't even matter. Skolin right in the proper position to be able to get the pickup, even if his boys in red got taken down. Goodness gracious.
And that right there is what I was talking about. He didn't take that extra swing. He didn't take that extra second. That ball landed on his feet. He picked it up. He put it home. That was the great play that we needed to see for Skolin's team to be a 4-2 lead. We might even see him take it home. We might be going to game 3. Hoo-hee! We're here for some Grifball.
That's right. Woo-hee! Dude, I am excited to see this turnaround. This turnaround going on. The amount of pressure that red team, that Skolin's team is applying to Death's team is unbelievable. Especially after the first match, they got dumpstered. All right, let's be clear. They got completely dumped on. And now these boys are just taking him to the corner, left and right. There's the pass that got deflected off the body. Sev trying to go for the pickup, but it won't matter because Skolin's team's going to get the pickup. Josh with the pickup, the desync. You saw that sword hit? Didn't do anything. Why? Because 343's game is kind of garbage. There's a bit of desync that happens where the scripts don't fire correctly. You end up with swords hitting, but not good in the kill, just doing a little shield play. But we're still seeing this pressure from Skolin's team. This underlying dominance.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen the ball physics like that where he kicked that ball and it flew a quarter of the entire field. I don't think I've seen another Grifball game, Halo Reach, Halo 3, whatever, where the ball flies that much off of someone's kick.
It's honestly pretty impressive, the object physics in this game. I personally like it. I like it. It adds a bit of flair, it adds a bit of flavor, and it really adds to the degree of skill involved in this game because you're able to really mold your movement tech. Speaking of movement tech, Lux hitting the movement tech with the back pedals to get the double, the triple, the quad, all off the swords. Doesn't even matter because it's just walk in. Getting another score.
That was crazy. That was 4 players on Crawler Death there standing on Skolin's team spawn. That was all 4 of them there ready to put it home. No players left. All they had to do was walk it in, and they did. Being able to get it back, it's a 4-3 game.
Yeah, accidentally put it to 4-4 on the board there. That was a big whoops. And speaking of 4-4, it might actually be a 4-4 if Lux just held it forward and they all got betrayals on the red side.
I mean, yeah, just start swinging the hammer. Get them to hit each other. That's how you win. Betrayals are good, ladies and gentlemen. Betrayals are good.
And Grifball truly is a mind game. And once you start getting in their head, people are spam swinging. People aren't watching their positioning. People are just betraying left and right and getting mad at each other. And that happens all the time in Grifball, especially in playoffs when there's money on the line.
I'd like to note that I've never ever been angry at the game of Grifball, not once, not a single Halo 4, not one time. It's never happened. I'd like to apologize formally to Nade God for that one tournament.
Now, unfortunately, red team, Skolin's team, losing the pressure, which I was hoping to see because they were up 4-2. I was hoping to see them maintain that dominance, being able to take us into the third game. But these boys are just getting blitzed back, not able to maintain possession. Even with these pushes that we're seeing right now, they just lose it. And they get taken back. They end up not being able to get the kills they're looking for. They accidentally do the betrayals. But speaking of kills, he was able to get the repulsor tech kill off the runner, but unfortunately not quick enough to prevent the pass. And Deathcrawler's team still back in possession.
Even that pass there was kind of scary. It was sitting on the plate. They're lucky they got there first because that was an easy goal if they don't. Where, that ball's still in their possession, but you got to watch that.
Now, I wasn't paying attention to see who got the grapple. Do you know who got the grapple?
Did not see that. I'll be honest with you. I did not see that. I was watching that carnage there in the corner because it's like a car wreck. You can't help but watch.
So I'm thinking right now, the big game changers that are going to happen, that are going to lead to the next goals, are either going to be a repulsor play or a grapple play. So that grapples up, Ram just beelining right to it. Hopefully we'll see him actually use it to be able to apply some pressure as Menz just gets dropped out against Lux just with the repulse, trying to keep that pressure in. Ram just dropping grapple with the trade out, unfortunately. Scullin losing his life. There's the double kill with TJP just pressing it forward. We might actually see a pass play. If not, Josh is going to try and get that last repulsor down on the runner. Ooh, there's the pass play right to Ram.
Real good there for a second for Crawler Death, but I mean, Scolin's team was able to, Joshi got a couple of kills on the side, was able to just push him back enough for his team to spawn up, get back in there and say, no, go back to your side. We're here, we're playing, you're not scoring this goal.
Ram got the repulsor. Now, hopefully we can see him use it. One of the things that Scolin's team does is they have Ram go to deny equipment. Literally, that's his thing. Every 30 seconds that the equipment's up, he beelines to it to grab it. And unfortunately, he's not good at using it, which sucks. I wish I could see him do a little more. It'd make the biggest difference for his team. But making the biggest difference for a team, Lux's team able to just constantly get these trade outs, being able to get their defensive position back in and apply that forward position that we see DJP, Mr. A- over here, getting the double, getting the triple, getting the quad, walking in for a goal, taking us to a 4-4. Woo! My
Absolutely
goodness.
Gorgeous play there. Being able to get enough kills where that runner didn't even do anything. He just walked it home because he didn't have to. And that's what you want to be able to do as a tank for your player, is just let him walk home scot-free. That momentum swing is back. Sev with 2, Lux with 2. His team is playing it right. Here we are. It's a 4-4 game.
And that momentum could have carried through right there if they did a full wipe of Scullin's team. But thankfully, Joshi was able to get the snag and bring that bag home for Scullin to get the pickup. Josh with the grapple, getting the kill on TJP. Men's trying to do the push in with Ram. I'm not too sure what Ram's doing. He's just walking to his teammate. He needs to be able to maintain possession. But speaking of possession, oh, goodness. The Ace has got it, walking it in. There's the... Oh! I'm at a loss for words. A loss for words.
That play from the beginning, if you saw him on the side there, Sev is able to use his repulse, knock him back just enough to get the swing in, get the ball, run it home. He doesn't need teammates because he's able to pull it together himself, lock it home. That's the end of the series, 2-0 in the series. Oh my goodness, Deathcrawler's team is able to take it home.
And speaking of taking it home, hopefully Boss Tycoon is home to be able to play his match, because he had alerted me the previous day that he may or may not be on time, which I'm really hoping that they're able to, that novice team that is able to not use a sub. I want them to use the full roster, but thankfully, Aware Mosquito, our boy Maddie, is around and ready to go when the time comes. And speaking of time coming, we're going to do a little breakdown of the stats here. Looking at 3 goals handed to Sev, big boy Captain Sev, leading those goals, with Lux locking in 2 goals, TJP 0, Deathcrawler 0. Scullin, the team runner, locking in 3 goals for his team and 1 goal with Ram, 0 goals for Josh, and 0 goals for Men's. Now give me
Moving
those kills.
over to kills. Yeah, absolutely. From the top over here on Crawler Death's team. You know, it's hard for me personally to get 40 kills in a game, so I can't even imagine Lux coming in with 83 kills throughout that game and 80 deaths. Long game, sure. That's still an impressive number.
Yeesh.
Coming in at number 2, TJP with 74 kills, 87 deaths. Moving down to Deathcrawler at 65 and 78. And Captain Sev, the runner boy himself, 48 and 78. Moving on over to Scullin's team, ladies and gentlemen. Menzies grossly large backpack because they couldn't have picked a longer name. Joshi coming in at almost, not quite, almost 100 kills, 99 and 67. Scullin number 2 was 74 and 82. Rainin Men's number 3 at 73 and 86. Didn't Scullin and Men's go almost tit for tat last game too? Look at them. They
Yes.
just love it. They love it. Ram coming in there at 45 and 80. What a great match that we all just witnessed. I mean, that was insane. That last goal is, I mean, it's on my Sports Center top 10.
Woo! You are absolutely right there, Buster. And don't have a segue for that, but looking at the killing sprees, we got Sev locking in 4 killing sprees, Lux with 6, really spending his time alive, getting those kills. I mean, even though the average life says otherwise, those killing sprees speak a volume. TJP with 5 killing sprees and Deathcrawler with 5. Now taking a look at Scullin's team. Scullin locking in that 7, really just spending his time holding the ball, just waiting for the openings, which unfortunately just weren't there to be able to take away that win. Ram with 3 killing sprees, Jush, the big Jush, with 8, and Men's with 5. And that takes us through all of stats. Now, I already got word that the other 2 teams of, goodness gracious, I can't think of them, of the Griff Saga, Natu's team, and Quit Fucking Betraying Me, Mystical Novice's team, are both ready for us to jump in and get their match rolling. So let's go join that, buddy.
What if we just didn't join? Would that affect the way that people view?
Yes.
A little bit. Okay.
Yes. I'm just waiting for them to send the invite because, unfortunately, Xbox, either Xbox Game Bar or Xbox Friend Services, one of them are messed up where I just can't get invites for the life of me. I can't send them either.
No way. Nothing has ever been wrong with any Microsoft technology, and frankly, never will be. Not one. Not one thing ever.
I must be a madman. Shame on me. Shame on me for ever suggesting such a thing.
Yeah, I actually am mad at you. I would 10 push-ups, please.
How dare you? Okay, I
need you
can
to turn on a cam, do 10 push-ups, and then turn it back off.
I'd rather not show us the dungeon. Okay, I don't want everyone seeing the dungeon that I live in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to boot everyone out of the lobby here, and I should be able to join off, join with Fireteam. It should circumvent. Oh, that's fun. So you're able, oddly enough, you're able to lock a lobby to invite only, but you can circumvent it with joining with Fireteam. The little things, it's just the little things that need to be looked at.
That feels wrong. I mean, nothing has ever gone wrong with any piece of Microsoft technology. We just went over this.
Like I said, shame on me. What am I talking about, man?
It's a you problem, really.
All right, so we're going to have to get the ready on these teams. Let me let Priest know you can pop out. Out. I'll just boot him out. Lock that lobby at 10. That invite only. Ooh, now just got to get the go-ahead from both teams so we can get started.
Spence comes in with a, hey, you guys ready?
Yeah, just
so what are we looking at here? Again, you've watched more Grifball this season than I have, played in it as well, obviously. So, I mean, what are we looking at here in this matchup? Quit Fucking Betraying Me versus the Griff Saga. Who's been playing well? Who's been playing less than well? What are we looking at? What are going to be the difference makers coming up in this series?
Well, we are looking at the top team this season, ending the season 18-2, facing the worst team coming into playoffs, ending the season with an 8-12. Which there is another team that ended 8-12, but that team beat this team in the tiebreaker. Unfortunately for Natu's team, he has easily or arguably the best Grifballer to exist on his team, but that's not enough to be able to handle the monstrosity that is Mystical Novice and his partner in crime, Mavrid. The strength that these two have as a duo, and speaking of duo, you should take a look at the player awards voting for best duos, and hopefully vote Mav and Novice. But these two powerhouses.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did you just tell people what to vote?
That's a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're impartial third party over here. You don't have to vote what I say, but you should. So, I mean, just do it. I mean, just do it. Also, guys, we do have a pull up in the channel. If you guys want to throw it in there, who's taking this one home? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Quit Fucking Betraying Me? Is it going to be the Griff Saga? I don't know, but you guys probably do. So throw it in there. Who's taking it home?
All right, let me get these boys ready. I completely forgot to reset the scoreboard here. But we're literally looking at a hyper dominant team that has destroyed everyone. The only times that they lost was because they used subs. And Natu's team, which I don't want to knock them, didn't practice enough through the whole season comparatively. Which, to be fair, Natu also was dealt a heavy hand with his fourth rounder quitting. and being a bit of a dick when it comes to communication with both myself as an admin and with his captain and team. Which thankfully, our big boy Father Stopper was able to come in. Now, speaking of Father Stopper, he is the 6th pick captain, which unfortunately his team got blitzed out of the season and forfeited halfway through. But, you know, there's no knock to them because they still showed up every time to be able to play. Thankfully, he was able to step in. As
just want to hop in. I don't want to knock anyone. Proceeds to knock them for a solid minute and a half there. You know, but not to knock or anything, but just to to knock.
It's not meant to be nefarious, but you have to paint the picture, right? Like I got to let people know.
Like not to knock, but I'm going to use the word dick twice in this sentence.
I guess I'm getting dicked right now, and looks like both teams are ready, so we can get this started.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, that poll's going to be in chat for, I believe, a couple more minutes here. So throw it in. We got a couple of votes already. It looks like Griff Saga is the viewer favorite at the moment. So if you guys think that Quit Fucking Betraying Me is going to be the one to pull it out, get in there. Let us know. Go hit that poll, you guys, you wonderful individuals.
I will honestly, I'm going to throw a fit if Griff Saga wins, because I'm going to have no choice. Absolutely no choice. And I know a lot of the viewers, a lot of the Grifball community will have no choice either, but to shit on Mav. Because he is so hyper confident that he's
Mav be confident?
No. It's impressive. He's so hyper confident that he's going to be winning this match. And if anything happens, my God, it is going to be a storm, a reckoning.
Is that what we're calling it? And ladies and gentlemen, we're here, we're getting ready, we're loading in. It might take a minute because it's Halo Infinite, but we're here and we're having a good time. Twitch.tv/TheNobleTV, that's where we're going to be tonight and tomorrow night for your Grifball action. Here we go. Quit Fucking Betraying Me versus the Griff Saga.
Here's my fly up repossession. Speaking of repossession, Novice's team already got they won the tip-off and walked it right in. And that's what I was talking about. People being dominant on the tip-off, people messing up the tip-off, you get punished so hard. And we finally saw pure punishment.
I mean, everybody likes getting punished from time to time, but not when the enemy team goes up 1-0.
Speaking of 1-0, there's that possession again for Novice's team, being able to maintain that tanking prowess, the tanking dominance. Tycoon getting the kill on Door, but losing position. The perfect timing swing from Ace there, getting the blowback on the runner. But it doesn't even matter, because there's the position regain, the pressure regain, but lost again by Ace, the monster, the best player. Being able to be that solo man that I wish we saw Josh could have been. I wish Josh could have been that last game. But unfortunately, we weren't able to see his tanking presence portrayed.
Door coming in with a couple of swords, but goes down a little in front of the plate there. I mean, he did some damage, was able to get Grunt and Ace up to the play here, and now we're seeing those hammers swing in the corner, but a beautiful punch over here in the corner.
Grunt's got to start paying attention to that radar, because I don't know if you saw it, but he was walking all over Ace, and walking all over, we see Tycoon trying to go for that pass play, but ended up getting the trade. And Ace going for that repulsor. I think he might... Ace is so smart. He might actually, unfortunately, he died and lost it, but he might have actually been able to get the pancake, the self-pancake on players. And speaking of pancaking, Grunt just pancaked his teammate trying to go for that sword kill on the ball runner who wasn't even paying attention. Hopefully, we will see the Griff Saga actually clean up their gameplay a little bit, because I don't know if they were practicing at all, warming up.
Yeah, don't love making pancakes with your own team. The next breakfast he makes better be an apology breakfast, because that might be detrimental. But we are seeing that recovery. Maybe he's all right, but he better not pancake his team again, because he didn't even bring bacon.
Oh, no, no, he didn't. Goodness gracious. You're already getting me hungry, man. My mouth's a little salivating right now. That grapple's up, ready to be picked up, but unfortunately, no one's going for that pickup. Grunt should have went and got that grapple to be able to apply that back pressure, that wraparound pressure that we need to see. And speaking of wraparound pressure, Tycoon was trying to do the wraparound, but lost it. There's that free punch coming in. Novice getting the double, pushing it forward. He might land the triple on Ace. Nope, just losing it. There's that pressure going back. Ooh, Ace just hitting the spam. The spam and just getting Chicken God taken out. Boss Tycoon losing his ground. Not too sure why he's not getting that grapple. We got to see that grapple pickup. There's the grapple pickup that I'm looking for. Is he going to use it to be able to apply more pressure? We might find out. Ace is pulling it back. Amnatu coming in from the left side, getting taken out. Goodness gracious.
Speaking on confidence, Mav already running as he does, very confident, taking that extra melee, taking that extra step that I wouldn't make, but who knows, I'm not good at the game. I can't get that melee, so maybe Mav really can pull it out here by his run-in expertise.
He is one of the few players that has heavily practiced snap punching, where he just, or I guess you'd call it radar punching, where he's just watching people from behind him. And right when he sees the lunge, right when he sees the little red blip zoop, right in, he snaps back and gets the punch. Almost every time. Not a lot of people can do that. It is pretty ridiculous to do. And you can only actually do it on PC because you need to have your sensitivity extremely high. And you can't really do that with a controller.
Mav being able to land some punches. If only his team could walk up and win some tank battles. Grunt, Dur, Ace just absolutely hitting every hammer they swing, and it's just not making a lot of room out there for Mav. He's been pushed back into the corner 3-4 times already, and we're just a couple minutes in. Ace able to stop that run. Grunt Padre picks up the ball and brings it back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game as Griff Saga gets the ball.
I cannot believe how dominant Griff Saga is right now. It is astonishing to me. From how dominant Novice's team, Quit Fucking Betray Me, was all season. There's Grunt with the double kill. There's the grapple trying to come up from behind, who wasn't able to get it. How dominant Novice's team was all season. It is rough to watch them starting to get tanked in from Griff Saga.
So Amna2, is that a name change, or is that someone another person new to the Griff community? I don't recognize.
I believe Amna2 is from the Halo 5 community, but I could be wrong. I wasn't around for the Halo 5 community. But he's definitely not a new player, that's for sure.
Gotcha. I mean, I've seen some great plays already. Looks like, running that ball there, you gotta have some trust in your runner. So I love seeing it out there for someone I don't recognize to be the one running that ball. That's fantastic for me. And same thing kind of happening on this end now. We're seeing those 4 tanks just smacking. That runner's got to make some good plays here, run around, because there's not a lot of space out there for a runner on either team so far this game.
No, there's not. Speaking of running around, I'm already seeing a chicken with his head cut off literally running into the hammers of his teammate. And speaking of running into the hammers of the teammate, we just saw that pickup from Novice. The running from that runner trying to get the punch. Zopped in, bopped in, able to get that pickup and walk it in with Mav holding his hand from behind.
I mean, for sure, Mystical saw that, was able to get the ball and land that melee, walk it home. I mean, very little resistance there, if any, to get that goal. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a 2-0 game. Quit fucking betraying me. Might just take this first game home.
Speaking of betraying me, Ace nailing that betrayal on Amnatu. Thankfully, they were able to maintain possession of the ball. But whew, that would have been rough if they all got blitzed and lost it. Speaking of blitzed, looks like we're seeing a sword blitz right now. There's the double. Unfortunately, Grunt got the kill. There's the triple. There's the pickup. There's the bounce and walk in. Goodness gracious. A 3-0 already.
This game might be getting away from Griff Saga as we see 3 quick goals. Game's only been playing a couple of minutes here, and we're already seeing that lead come out early, come out quick. Mystical being able to bring 2 in, Mav bring 1 in. Maybe Mav's confidence was more placed on Mystical than himself.
And speaking of confidence, Ace had the confidence being able to get the triple kill, maybe the quadra kill. I'm not too sure. I can't see the kill feed. But Amnatu's team already got that repossession, applying the pressure in from blue team's left side, really applying the pressure. There's the double from Ace. Doesn't even matter if he gets the other kill. Oh, the betrayal. Unfortunately, he got desync killed from Ace and betrayed. Unless he had shields dropped, then he got betrayed just flatly. With a poor pass back, but it didn't even matter. Because Grunt was able to come in for the sword kill, and Doors got that pickup.
Yeah, great play there by Amna2, being able to just get that ball, throw it back. At that point, the death doesn't matter because you're going to be back on your team's side anyways. And here we are for the run. Oh, Mav coming by with the sword. Able to connect. He didn't see him, but is finally able to get that kill. But Mystical Novice comes in. It was too little, too late. And that ball is back in the hands of Quit Fucking Betraying Me.
And hopefully we don't see any more betrayals coming from their side. But you can already see the spacing, like Chicken there walking a little too close to his teammate. We are going to see a handful of betrayals coming in from them if they keep getting pressed up like this onto their side.
Beautiful hops on the wall there, getting the melee, hopping on through, just hopping on down to the grocery store, getting a few ball kills on the way. It's all good, but it looks like pinched on the side. The ball goes up. Ace smacks it, but it's not going to be enough there. It looks like Mystical Novice picking up that ball, dropping it back, and here we are. That ball is once again safe.
That's the betrayals I'm talking about. The Novice betraying Boss, Novice betraying Chicken because Chicken lunged right in front of him. I'm telling you, man, they really play to the name. Quit fucking betraying me.
I mean, hey, if you're going to name your team that, we better see a few betrayals. I'm just saying, like, I'd be disappointed if we didn't at that point.
Oof. And there was that, they're trying to pull off a quick grapple play there, but unfortunately zipped around too far and was not in position to be able to do anything. Ace just annihilating. Double, triple, pushing it right through. Can Boss even maintain hold? Yes, he can, but nope. Losing it to Ace yet again, the monstrosity. There's the pass back. Unfortunately, getting locked in the left side, but looks like they're going to be able to regain their ground with the respawns. And as I was talking about with respawns, it's a 4-second respawn in this, not a 3-second. So you have to be more liberal, or maybe it's less liberal. I'm at a loss for words. With your kills here, with your swings, with your slashes. Otherwise, you lose all your ground.
Absolutely. We're seeing good kills here, being able to just kind of float in the middle of the court, waiting to finally push up, and we see that ground move back, that kind of half-court line move up for him. Weird kill there on Dur is kind of killed from behind. Amplitude being able to get a great sword there, and we're seeing kills go back and forth, but ground is not going to be made, and it looks like Quit Fucking Betraying Me is going to have to go back to the drawing board and try another run.
Now, the reason Dur got killed from behind, because he plays a controller. All right, you can tell. You can literally watch these little models. The ones that spin slowly, those are controller players. There is a massive, there's the double kill from Novice right in the center. Jeez Louise. And there's the cleanup, being able to get their positioning back. Grapple play, there's the grapple gone. Now, playing controller, you're at a major disadvantage. And speaking of disadvantage, it doesn't even matter that he's playing controller. He was able to get the lunge, mid-court lunge, dropping back their possession and losing all that pressure that they had. But I'm
Ace
telling you,
almost able to get that ball back there, getting 2 quick kills, a third swing on the ball runner, but ball runner's able to stop him down and say, Ace, go back home. I'll see you in a minute.
I'm so caught up in this controller thing. There's a massive difference between playing with controller and mouse and keyboard. And that has to do with your movement tech. That has to do with your ability to not do betrayals or do quick kills, and your ability to be dominant. The people that can spin around fast are able to be dominant. The ones that are slow get completely dumpstered by movement tech. And there's a lot of movement tech in this
M&K,
game.
people. M&K, that's the name of the game. Wait, it's Halo Infinite. But here we are watching some Grifball as, these M&K players, couple controller players, have it out. And Dur goes in, is able to get that sword stopped, is able to get that ball. Let's see if he can throw it back just enough to Ace. Ace gets the ball, and it's going to be, once again, the Grif Saga's ball. Let's see what they do with it.
That is amazing. He was able to maintain possession because of the desync. Boss's sword was not able to take him out in one slice. It broke his shield, and he wasn't able to do the secondary swing to follow up, so it gave him just enough time to be able to get that ball out. But giving them enough time, I don't see it, because they are getting tanked in right now, getting blitzed up. Are they going to be able to maintain possession? No, it doesn't seem like it. Novice going to be able to pass that one back. Ooh, Ace going for the cleanup here. Double kill. Nice. And possession back to Quit Fucking Betraying Me. Goodness gracious.
That's one of those situations, even that if you didn't have Ace clearing their spawn there, you might get a little tense. That might be scary. Ace gets the ball, and it looks like there's a lot of players there. Ace runs it home. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a goal on the side of Grif Saga. 3-1, maybe the momentum shift. Great play there by Ace, picking up that ball, waiting for his time, running it home, and being able to get that first point there for his team. And, Ace Spence, you might even want to zoom in, because it's getting pretty brutal out here.
Speaking of brutal, there's the run through right to the center. Right when you said zoom in, I zoomed in right on him, and we just watched him easily run it right through with that tip-off dominance from Quit Fucking Betray Me. Woo, that is a 4-1.
Ooh, and honestly, you know, these pro runs, whatever we're calling them these days, right off the rip, right off the tip, I love seeing it because it's just that ultimate domination. You pull it up and you bring it home, and I'm not sure what just happened there. The grapple play, he went back for the melee, and neither of them ended up going down. Ace hunting down that kill. He wants it. He wants to bring it home for his team and get another point before Quit Fucking Betraying Me is able to get this 5th point on the board.
And speaking of the board, some of you may notice that I actually have the names on the wrong side for the color palette. Whoopsies. That is absolutely my bad, and I will have that fixed for the next match. We're going to maintain it like this for cohesion. So, whoopsie-doo.
He calls it cohesion. I don't have a nice quip for that, so we're just going to go back to casting the actual game. There are a couple great kills. That ball's moving up. We might see this last kill come in. Another one goes down. Can Ace push him out? No, Ace goes down. And that is the game. Mavbrid taking it home.
Speaking of literally on cohesion, you saw the cohesion that Quit Fucking Betraying Me had right there tanking it in. The spacing that the two tanks and the runner had. The way they were weaving in between each other. My goodness. It's like I'm playing Warhammer 40k. That is some squad cohesion. And speaking
real quick,
of cohesion...
before we hop into medals and kills and all that, I just want to real quick, guys, thank you for being here tonight as well. You're watching some Halo Infinite, the inaugural season of AGLA Grifball. We're here for the playoffs. Thank you guys again for being here. We'll be on this channel tonight, tomorrow night. We don't know what next weekend is gonna look like yet. For those that didn't hear, we had a couple mix-up. That's also why production, we're coming in a little rough. I'll be honest, a little rough, because some of this kind of came together last minute. Couple things happened. I don't want to get into it because it's not my story to tell or anything, but yeah, we're pulling it together last minute, so I do apologize, guys. Even tomorrow, things should look a little bit better.
Ooh, oh yeah. Who's the big man you're bringing? You're bringing tomorrow? Big man on campus?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Tomorrow casting is actually gonna be me and Fiorme. I don't know what the observer is gonna look like yet. How we're gonna do that? It might even be Spence for a little bit, and we'll figure that out as we go here. But if you guys know Fiorme, he'll be here tomorrow with me, casting that out. So that's gonna be a good time. But yeah, guys, either way, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna figure it out. So thank you again for sticking with us through it. A couple technical things as we're figuring it out. Yeah, no side observer.
Yeah, whoopsie doodle. But like you said, everything's gonna be like sound next week. Tomorrow's gonna be a bit better. Next week we will have a substantially better production than as of today. And looking at these stats here, we have Mav bringing home the 3 goals, Novice 2 goals, Chicken and Boss looking at nothing with Ace, best player in the game, look holding that 1 goal. Grunt Door, I'm not too sitting with nothing. Let's take a look at those kills and deaths. Whoa, these numbers.
Are those numbers? I mean, you're really hyping up those numbers.
I mean, if you're looking at flat numbers like a 20 KDA, those are some good numbers. You don't see that.
Ace is ace. We'll get back to that. No, we're starting with the winning team. We'll get down there. Let's really take a look at these and not just be crazy about the first number we see, shall we? Coming in here for Quit Fucking Betraying Me, Mystical Novice going 71 and 53. Not quite a 20 KDA, but damn, those are some nice looking numbers right there. Mavbrid, 33 and 25. Chicken God, 40 and 66. Almighty Tycoon going 33 and 45. And then, yes, the GOAT, if you will, Ace, coming in at 65 and 45. Grunt Padre at 42 and 57. Doorstopper at 29 and 58. And Amnatu at 24 and 41. Honestly, a good game back and forth there. We saw a lot of momentum switch go back in the way of Griff Saga for a minute there. I thought we might see a couple more go on the board there for him, but that's a rough finish, 5-1, moving into game number 2 of the series. It's like we're getting everything ready here, ladies and gentlemen. Getting everybody back ready. Making sure no one left for a pee break and didn't come back. Which reminds me, ladies and gentlemen in chat, now would be a decent time if you haven't gotten a snack in a while. If you haven't gotten a drink in a while. We'll be here. Go get your drink. Go get your snack. Go to the bathroom. Now's a great time to do that. Looks like Ace Spence might have done that as well.
Oh, sorry about that. My goodness. I forgot I had the mic muted. I kept clearing my throat. Oh, man. No, do not leave. Both teams are ready. Once I do this quick rundown of these killing sprees, we're going to be jumped right into the game. And speaking of killing sprees, geez Louise. Mav sitting with 13 killing sprees. This boy was farming. Because that, I was not expecting to see a number that high. Mav sitting with 13 killing sprees. Novice with 6. Chicken God 5. And Boss Tycoon 6. And taking it down to Griff Saga, Ace, B Silent State with a 6. Grunt, Doorstopper, and Amnatu all together with 3s. Lucky number 3. Now, like I said, both teams are ready, so we can boot this boy up. Let me just make sure that they understand what I'm stood up. Starting
now,
up.
While you're getting that going, I want to ask you, Ace Spence, what do you think's going to happen this game? Or is he quit fucking betraying me, keep that momentum from game 1, come in and keep putting those balls home and get the win 2-0 like we saw in the first series tonight? Or do you think Griff Saga's going to be able to come back, get a couple on, they're warmed up, they're ready to go? You think they're going to be able to come back and bring us to a game 3?
I think, all right, what's hopeful? I think Ace Be Silent has mentally downloaded the way that Quit Fucking Betraying Me plays and is going to dominate them wholeheartedly. Just completely blitz them to bits. Realistically, what's going to happen is we're going to... Let me stop you there. Realistically, what's probably going to happen is we're going to see Quit Fucking Betraying Me lock in at least 2 pro runs. Sorry. At least 2 pro runs and maybe end this 5-2.
I mean, that's really what killed Griff Saga last game. I mean, we saw 2 or 3 pro runs right off the tip, and that's what sealed their fate at the end of the day. If they could keep them on that long game, tire them out, let Mav get sick of being patient, they might just be able to pull this out. We might be going to a game 3 where it's anybody's game.
Here we go. Speaking of anybody's game, let's see what happens here on the tip-off. Griff Saga looking like they just won the tip-off, and they did maintain that possession. Who's got the ball? Doorstopper. Looks like Doorstopper's going to be the professed runner for that team with Ace zipping his way into the back line. Ooh, unfortunately, getting that trade on Mav. That would have been a very good pass play if he had gotten that kill.
And that's something like, you're not counting on Ace to die there. You're assuming Ace is going to get that kill, but something didn't happen in Ace's favor there. Ace goes down, and now that ball is just freely given over to Quit Fucking Betraying Me. And here we are once again with the ball in their hands. Let's see what they can do with it.
Speaking of Quit Fucking Betraying Me, the team's positioning right now looks like they might actually lock in a betrayal. The way Chicken God's being a little too close to his tanks. But it doesn't even matter because Chicken God's locking in the double, the triple. There's the spawn kill. Oh, walking it right in for the goal. Goodness, you see what Mav just did there. The way he lined himself up along the wall behind the spawns. That's what you have to do. Because if you know which players are controller, you know for a fact they can't turn around to stop you. There's nothing they can do.
It didn't even matter if he was on mouse and keyboard. He opened his eyes, said hello, life, and then Mav's just like, nope, good night, cracks him over the head, and that was that. Nothing else left to say. We have a 1-0 game.
Ooh, 1-0. Almost forgot to put the numbers in. My bad. Nope, wrong side.
It is your bad, but here we are. We're still going. Game's a moving. Amnatu with the ball once again. Grunt Padre saving his life. That's something I've seen so far. Amnatu, little risky there with being able to see those coming from behind him. I don't know if he's looking at his radar too much, but we see that run coming up. Amnatu gets dropped 2 steps from the plate, and the ball is back in the hands of Quit Fucking Betraying Me.
If Amnatu's team had pressed it a little faster, that would have been in for the money. But unfortunately, Mav was able to perfect time that with the single stop. And speaking of stopping, there's the stop right there, but a little too late. Even though we might see Boss be able to get the stop, nope. Missed the slice completely. Amnatu's team be able to regain possession with Ace getting the quick double kill on that backpedal tech. Oh, the double kill from Mav and the trade out from Grunt. There goes all of that pressure that they were trying to apply. Whew.
Absolutely. I believe that was 1 swing, 2 kills there for Door. Being able to just knock him out. I mean, it did move him up the field, but again, that's another, we're watching that tomorrow on SportsCenter for sure. What a beautiful play. Ooh, Door taking that clutch trade, but Mav's going to get the ball anyways. He's not going to go for it. He's going to move it back behind his teammates. It's once again Quit Fucking Betraying Me's ball. Let's see what they do with it. They might just make this a 2-0 game.
Ooh, I love being able to see people utilize equipment correctly. Mav utilized that grapple perfectly. He was able to reposition himself quickly enough to be able to maintain possession of that ball after that pass back that Amnatu did. And speaking of pass back, there's the launch stopped by Doorstopper. That was a good try. If only Doorstopper was a little closer, he could have gotten that quick punch on him. And speaking of quick punches,
that was a great try there. I think that's our I think that's our first launch we've actually seen tonight. So I love to see more of it. Thrown back, and the ball is once again in Quit Fucking Betraying Me's hands. Ace is able to get 2 kills right there. Ace is going in. He's playing with him, but Chicken walks up and pushes him back, and Ace is smart enough to take that extra step, but he's still alive, still getting kills. That's 4 or 5 just on this rush, and now he's right there, even with the ball carrier, and is not able to take him down.
I don't know if you noticed that, but that is the second time tonight that we saw a meaningless forward throw to the other team. And that meaningless forward throw just turned into them losing another goal. Absolutely. It's crazy.
Once again, almost given away, and then Mav Brit's able to just walk it back up. Mav, he's cocky, but I'll give it to him. He scores the goals. He's able to walk it home, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is a 2-0 game, and we're here once again for a tip-off.
Wow, I'm sorry. I was just laser focused, hoping to see some dominance on this tip-off, hoping to see someone do a quick pro run. Unfortunately, that's not what we saw. What we saw was Navis just completely wrecking the floor, and wrecking the floor he is, getting that extra kill. There's the double. There is the missed triple, but it doesn't matter because there's the free walk-in. So much pressure being applied from literally the second best player this season, Mystical Novice.
And what a great play there, being able to takes the melee, but then I didn't kill you. A lot of players would go back in for that second melee, but he didn't need to. Takes the 2 extra steps, puts it home. 3-0 game. That's all she wrote, folks. Here we go into the next point.
You could tell by the way these guys are applying the pressure, the way these guys are positioning themselves to lock in these doubles, these back-to-back kills, that they are really trying to press home the fact that they have this 3-0 lead. And press home, it didn't seem as Ace is just sending these boys back home. Grunt sending them back on respawn. Ace forcing them to do the pass back. Amnatu able to get the pickup. Amazing. There's the slick betrayal. Quit fucking betraying me, boss. Why are you doing it? But it was a shit pass sent back over to Quit fucking betraying me. If only Amnatu had sent it up court, not giving the pass back to the other team. And speaking of the other team, just locking it forward. Novice getting the double. Boss holding the spawn. There's the free score. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Once again, Mav almost just given the ball. The ball's just laid out in front of him. He picks it up, is able to walk it home. A couple kills here, a couple kills there, takes it home. That's 4 goals so far for Mav. He doesn't even need anybody else to score goals this game because he's just walking it in himself.
And there's the walk-in himself.
Once again. Good kills on the plate there. He gets pushed out, is not able to walk it home. I think everybody at home thought he had that there. He was 2 steps out, but was able to just get pushed enough kills there by Griff Saga to push them out back to their spawn. And here we are, a whole nother run coming up. But we see the pass over to Almighty Tycoon, but he goes down on the plate, and the ball is back in the hands of Griff Saga.
Now, did you see Boss shoot the grapple there in the midair? What he was trying to do was grapple the ball out of the air for some primo highlight play. He was trying to pixel pick that ball out of the air. Wasn't able to do it though, unfortunately. But surely enough, maybe this playoffs we will actually see someone do that.
Here we are, ball in hand, kill after kill coming in. That's another melee kill. That's 2. Can he make it 3? No, Amnatu comes in and takes it anyways. Throws that ball back. Good play there by Ace. Man, it is not fun to be up against Ace in any capacity. Whether he has sword, hammer, the ball, it doesn't matter. He's going to beat you. He's going to hit you. You'll be going back to spawn.
You're absolutely right. And Mav heading back to spawn right now. Their whole team heading back to spawn as that's a freebie walkthrough. Goodness gracious. We might actually see a turnaround here. This is a 4-1. they might
And
lose
that
the
right
momentum.
there is one of those goals. That right there is one of those goals where it's just all the tanks putting in the work. There wasn't a single member who quit fucking betraying me on the field when that goal went in, because every time they came up, they just got knocked right back down. That goal is run home. If they can do that a couple more times, this game is all theirs. But as I say that, Mystical Novice gets the sword, gets the ball, throws it back to Mav. Isn't looking good for Grif Saga.
I'm telling you right now, if Rift Saga is able to secure another goal, bringing this to 4-2, then the tilt will be in full effect for Quit Fucking Betray Me. There's the double kill for Ace, being able to send everyone back home. Look at that 4-man positioning, that trapezoid pressure. Unfortunately, Doorstopper not able to get the trade out on Novice. Novice locking down the double kill, getting the reverse pressure back in. There's the, unfortunately not the triple kill, but Door hitting the reversal. I'm getting a little topsy-turvy right now because I thought this game was going to be over like 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely, Grif Saga coming in, grabbing that last little bit of HP they have and saying, we're not out of this yet. We're here. We're playing. We want to go to game 3 as we watch Ace take out member after member of Quit Fucking Betraying Me. But as I say that goes down, the caster curse is real. I'm sorry, Ace.
Hey, that's okay. I mean, that's okay. You know, we're either going to see a closeout or we're gonna be seeing the tilt monster. And speaking of tilt, Novice's team, Quit Fucking Betray Me, is one of the few teams this season that suffers from tilt. If you put them in a bad position, it's it. That's it. The domino effect starts happening and everyone starts playing worse and worse as the match goes on.
Grif Saga, all they got to do is get in their heads, stop this last goal from going in, get them to fight amongst themselves a little bit, and then it's just going to be Ace tanking home goal after goal after goal, and that would be the end of the night. But still a lot of work's got to be done before we get there, absolutely. And that ball is still in Quit Fucking Betraying Me's hands, still in Mav's hands as we're moving it up. Kill after kill coming from their team here. Still not looking great for Grif Saga.
And speaking of that work, Quit Fucking Betray Me is slowly putting that pressure, being able to get the push up. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see Boss get that kill on the left side. Novice got knocked back out. Maybe Chicken can get the double kill, the triple kill. Oh, that was a trade out. But getting that pressure back so that Novice can come back in and hold the line as Boss is able to get the double kill here on the left, pushing for plate. Not too sure what the runner's doing. Should have been going for some punches there, but there, another reset. Fortunately, that's what I'm talking about. If it's a 3v4 where the runner's not doing punches, not tanking at all, you just get blitzed back in. You lose all that pressure.
Beautiful punch kill there on Ace. Looks like that ball's going back to Mav, and let's see what they can do with it. See if Mav can take another one of those runs all the way up the field. I mean, oh, that right there, a huge double kill by Mystical Novice. Mav went in for the melee on Amplitude, but isn't able to connect. Oh, barely able to get that sword, and that ball is still in Mav's hands. A lot of deaths there out in the mid-ground.
Ooh, that blast back on Ace with the perfect swing. Unfortunately, I'm not hitting the betrayal. These betrayals, we got to watch the red team's positioning because that positioning is looking terrible. Doorstopper hugging Amatu the entire time. Thankfully, Ace is a monster because if he wasn't, we would have seen Quit Fucking Betray Me just plow right through. Everyone's got to maintain effective positioning. Otherwise, you just get fucked. You lose all this ground. And that's what we want to see.
I almost wonder if the tilt right now is on Ace's team, because I'm sure Ace isn't thrilled that every time he swings, he's got a teammate in his field of view right in front of him. I mean, he's almost timid to swing right now because he might hit a member of his team, and that's something that's a huge breakdown that can't happen. It gets in everybody's head, and that's a great way for your team to just be out of it.
That is exactly right. Doorstopper locking in the double kill with the sword. I can already tell people are getting pissed about that on that team. Oof.
Everybody loves a good sword play. I mean, honestly, most people don't, but I love a good sword play, and that's what matters here, everybody. You gotta love watching it because you love that lunge comes on in, nobody sees it coming in, boom, that's a death.
The sword tech in this is, it's a little rough. So, doesn't even matter because there's the punch. The double kill, the Ace getting the betrayal on Grunt. Unfortunate. There's the whole spawn camp monstering. Oh, that was that a betrayal? No, that was a kill from Amnatu being able to stop it. Look how messy this is, but it doesn't matter how messy it is because they were able to get these boys pushed out, being able to save themselves from just losing this match 5-1. and lose.
Absolutely insane stop on the plate, but I don't know if it's gonna matter. Runs it home. That's game. Novice bringing it home, that 5th point. That's all she wrote, folks. That's a 2-0 series for the 2nd time tonight. And Quit Fucking Betraying Me is moving forward.
These matches ended a lot faster than I thought they would. I was expecting a much longer series tonight. So that's my bad. But, honestly,
we're going to fill the rest of this time with Ace Spence and Ace, just 1v1ing with hammers. That's what the rest of the night's going to be. We're just all going to watch that.
I'd rather not do that. But, thankfully enough, and unlike any of the previous Halos, maybe Halo 5 is a difference, we actually have games that don't last an hour. We have games that peak out at around 30 minutes, which is both good for the people playing and good for people watching, so that we don't have that degree of burnout that always happens.
I was going to say, I will say on those 45-minute rounds, even, 20 minutes in, you're done. Nobody's watching. I'm not watching. I'll be casting it. And that's how we start talking about all kinds of other stuff. And nobody wants that. So I do love these quicker paced games. I do love what we're seeing here. It's honestly back and forth is so good. That ball's moving around. The tech is coming in great. Well, I got Spence real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see other equipment come into Grifball? Maybe 2-3 seasons in, are we going to bring in, any other equipment into Grifball?
As of right now, there are 2 in mind. There's the dash that could have a proper use case, and then there's the translocator, which I personally love. A lot of people don't like it. I love it because of how tricky it can be. But so far, neither has been effectively play tested, but we will play test it. And
I love that.
We will definitely after this season. Maybe in some of the weekend tournaments leading into the next season, we will do some like, mix it up a little bit to play test and see how it performs. The dash might not be too good because it does lock you out of attacking for a certain degree of time, which makes it more of a defensive, almost mostly just defensive usage as opposed to offensive. While the translocator is both defensive, offensive, and can apply some tricky kill plays, similar to how the repulsor pancakes, where you just translocate back over top of someone and instantly kill them.
But I do think that in general, that's what's going to keep Grifball and Halo Infinite feeling fresh, right? Because every couple of seasons, if we start to get into a rhythm, we can pull out. Heck, you could pull in the Invis, as Dockyard says, or you could pull in the Shroud screen. Even could have its place theoretically. And then Halo Infinite's always bringing in new stuff. That's something I love about this game is. Not at first, but now we are seeing new stuff coming into the game all the time, and that's something I'm really going to love for not just Grifball, but all kinds of games coming into Halo, especially on the social side. So I'm really excited to see how that pays off. Now, let's look at these medals, and then let's kind of talk about what we're looking at for tomorrow.
All right, so taking a look at, I'm about to say Red Team, taking a look at Quit Fucking Betray Me, we have Mav locking in that 4 goals as their primary runner, Novice with a goal, Chicken Almighty Tycoon with neither, Amnatu locking in 1 goal, Ace, Door, and Grunt having nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Moving over to kills. Quit Fucking Betraying Me. Number 1 there being Mystical Novice going 55 and 48. Most in kills, not most in KDA. Moving over to most in KDA, we're going to hit Mav, the runner, having the best KDA out there for this entire match, going 43 and 26. Chicken God coming in at 52 and 60. Almighty Tycoon at 40 and 37. Moving on over to the other team. Amnatu going 24 and 50. Ace going 50 and 51. I don't know how many times I've seen Ace go negative. Like, that is one of few times that I personally have seen that happen. Doorstopper coming in at 39 and 59. Grunt Padre going 33 and 60. That game there, it was a well-fought game. We saw Griff Saga really try again to grab back in and scrape and claw their way, but it was too little, too late, and we saw Quit Fucking Betraying Me absolutely dominate that win. Now, Spence, let's talk about tomorrow. What teams do we have? What are we looking at? How are these games going to go?
All right. Tomorrow, we are looking at... No, sorry. Let me make sure I pull this up. Tomorrow we are looking at Mystery Heroes with the lineup of Holy Morals, Memorized, Priest, and Tommy Westside. Tommy being their all-around sub.
We love Tommy.
We do. He's a monster. He's that team's resident sub because unfortunately they had a second rounder that quit. Versus Ram Ranch, Captain Mungo Pungo, Fanciest Pants, Tommy Westside, and Katie Skill. Now that's the funny thing. I actually just that slipped my mind. The fact that Tommy Westside is Mystery Heroes resident sub, and that team has to play against Tommy's actual team is gonna be rough. So the person that's going to be playing instead of Tommy is going to be Grunt Padre, as we saw today. After that matchup, we're going to be having my team, Glory to God, with myself, Zaheels Noplex, and Ken Kaneki. Sorry, Ken Kaneki. My bad. Versus Usurper Season, yielding Spankatron, Jushy, who's subbing in for Skomancer because Skomancer screwed that team over by quitting beginning of the season like an asshole. Aware Mosquito and Lil Shrek. But that's our lineups.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I think it's great that Usurper's going to get an automatic win with Ace Benz captaining that other team. I mean, no chance they're able to pull that out.
You're absolutely right. My team's going to lose 5-0. We're going to get blitzed into the ground because we're dog shit.
Well, I guess we'll see it here, you guys. We'll be here tomorrow. I believe games start tomorrow at 5 Eastern. We'll be starting out with Heroes versus Ram Ranch. Should be a great game. We're going to be right here on twitch.tv/TheNobleTV once again. Should be a good time, and production should also be even better. It's gonna be awesome. Upgrades all over the place. But thank you guys again for being here. Spencer, are we sticking around for a bit? Are we taking off? What's the plan for the rest of the evening?
Looks like to me we're going to be taking off. Because I got to do a bunch of prep here in personal life.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get that VOD uploaded at some point. That's not up to me, but we'll see you guys. And Spence will be playing tomorrow, so he won't be here. I'll be bringing in a buddy of mine, Fiorme, to cast. Great guy, loves Halo. It's going to be a great time. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 5 Eastern. That's 2 Pacific, twitch.tv/TheNobleTV. For me, for Spence, thank you guys again for being here, and we will see you tomorrow. Again, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, twitch.tv/TheNobleTV. Let's go.